All right, I'm back. I want to first off say thank you to absolutely everyone who enjoyed my vlog from. I almost fell. You never know what's gonna happen on these. Well, now I have to keep this. Okay, so I wanted to thank everybody. I gotta fix this chair. I wanted to thank everybody who liked my vlog from last week. My birthday was a frickin' blast. I had a good time. I went off roading out in Salton Sea with Indio Dune Buggy, and we had a really, really good time. It was really cute. Okay, so here's what happened. I was gonna have a birthday party, and there's this thing called Treasure Trails, which is where it's a charity event where people go and it's like an Easter egg hunt, but for these little treasure things, and the money goes to charity, and then you win these prizes, and you can get on your ATV and ride around and go and find the clues that will lead you to the treasures. So my boyfriend really, really wanted to go. We've never gone because every year I've always had to do a show, and just this year is the first year that I didn't have to do a musical this weekend. So we decided to go, but I was going to have a birthday party. And I was like, but I was going to have a pretty in pink party, and everybody was going to wear pink, and it was going to be really cute. So we decided to find a middle ground. And I'll tell you what, that is the key to all relationships, is finding that middle ground. So we decided to find the middle ground, and here was the deal. We would go to the off-road event, and on that Saturday we would have me a pretty in pink birthday party. And the deal was everybody had to wear pink. If you didn't wear pink, you got kicked in the balls. That was the deal. 100%. All the guys agreed, because we all wanted to go and Marlon wanted to go, is that if you did not wear pink, you were kicked in the balls. A good kick. I mean, I was saying I'm going to bring my steel-toed boots and the whole deal. Luckily, nobody got kicked in the balls. They actually all went shopping and bought pink shirts. And I have all the photos up on my Facebook, so if you want to check out photos and videos of the event, of my birthday party, just check out my Facebook. It's down below, and it'll tell you all about it. So anyways, I had a really good time. We went off-roading. I went on my little ATV. I didn't go in the buggy this time, but we had a good time hanging out by the fire, drinking beer, and I ate whatever the hell I wanted. And I think I gained like a couple pounds. But you know, it's my birthday. You have to live. So I decided to. Okay, so continuing from last week, I was living in LA, and I went to LA Music Academy. I went through all of it, and I graduated, and then I was working with two bands and starting to write for my solo album. And I was walking my dog, and I see this other lady with her cute little puppy, and we start chatting. The puppies love each other, and we're talking. You know me, I can talk. And she's like, "Hey, I'm going to a party tonight. Why don't you come with me?" And I'm like, "Sure, why not? Okay." So she's like, "Just wear something nice." I'm like, okay. So she comes and picks me up, and we go, and it's a red carpet event. I had no idea. I'd never been to one before. And it ends up, she's a PR for a bunch of B-list people, and was actually working on some A-list people. So she had a lot of connections, and so I started partying with her more, and I became friends with one of the well-known is Kiefer Sutherland. He was a friend of mine. We were hanging out in VIP with like Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan. Oh, God, I forget a lot of the names, but there's a bunch of people we were partying with, and the more I partied with all these people that are famous, the more I realized I didn't want to become famous. um, because all of them, I would ask him the same thing. And I remember I'm sitting at Kiefer's house. He lives in like this, it seriously looks like a warehouse. It does not look like a regular house. It looks like a freaking warehouse. And you go in, and it's beautiful inside. And so I go in, and I'm playing chess with him. And actually, it's a really funny story. Okay, so we're at the nightclub, and I meet Kiefer, right? And she introduces me, and we're all chatting. And he was like, he's like, come to my house after, and I'm like, no, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep, right? I'm like, I don't give a fuck who you are, whatever. Kiefer Sutherland, I don't care. And this is right when 24, the TV show, was coming out, and he was huge. And I was like, no, I want to go home. I'm hungry. I really want to eat. I'm freaking hungry. And so he was like, well, no, you gotta come. You have to come. And I was like, all right, I'll make you a deal. I will come and hang out with you guys, but you have to make me breakfast. And he was like, all right, deal. So we go to his house, the warehouse place, and he freaking makes me an omelet with one of those, like, instant cheese slices, and he's freaking making me an omelet, and I'm just sitting there thinking, what a crazy world. I'm hanging out with Kiefer Sutherland, and he's making me breakfast, and I didn't sleep with him. so, so I'm hanging out with him, and we're chatting, we're listening to Bonnie Raitt on the jukebox, and I'm like, hey, if you could go back, seriously, if you could go back in time, would you want to be famous? Would you still want to be where you are right now? And he looks at me and he's like, I don't know. And that's the answer that I got from a lot of people. Was that they didn't, the reality is, okay, in a perfect world, in this bubble of show business in the entertainment industry, is that you go do American Idol and you get signed, and then your life is happy ever after, and you're famous and you're wonderful and you're singing these songs and life is good. That's not the reality. The reality is the moment you sign that contract, you no longer get to do a single freaking thing you want to do ever until that contract is up. So what happens is you sacrifice your family because you're on tour. You can't see them when you come back. You have to go here. You have the talk show here. You have this interview here. So you have no family. You have no friends. Everyone around you wants something from you or is telling you to do something. Plus, you go, okay, well, I'm sacrificing it because I love my music. Well, you don't get your music anymore. Sorry. All these companies, the company that signed you the contract, the record label, they choose your music. And they also get to choose your hair color. I was platinum blonde at the time because I could get signed easier by being platinum blonde. So you don't even get to choose your own hair color, your own style, your makeup, your clothes. Everywhere you go, it's tailored. You can't even get out of your house and go to the grocery store unless you're done to a T. And you can't talk to anyone you're not supposed to talk to. Anyone is not worth your time. So you sacrifice everything for music that you don't even love in the first place. And when I figured that out, I realized I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be in that industry. That wasn't the industry I wanted to be part of. That wasn't the industry I thought it was. So I had my bags packed for 3 days, and I came to visit my mother in Palm Springs. And while I was here, I was at the nightclub, and I met some guy, and I'm like, hey, I'm Audrey. And he's like, oh, hey, I'm Joe. I'm like, hey, Joe, what do you do? Because that's what you do in LA. Hey, Joe, what do you do? Which is, in other words, what can you do for me? Are you worth my time talking to? And that was a habit I got into. And he's like, I do construction. Because he's like, what the hell are you asking me what I do, And I was waiting for, I do construction, but I'm going to be an actor, or I'm going to be this, and I'm in that, and I'm working on this, and nothing. And I realized how fucked up I was. That it was all about where my status was and where everyone else's status was, that I stopped looking at people as people. Everybody is the same. You're the same person. You're all people, regardless of your job. And it hit me. I was messed up, and I didn't want to go back. I didn't like who I was becoming. So I met some girl at the club, and her and I were chatting, and she needed a roommate. So I said, I'll be your roommate. And I moved in that night, and I gave her money for the room, and I lived there for about a month and a half. And I never looked back. I never moved back to LA. I got my stuff. I got the hell out. And if I could get a record deal, if I could get signed today, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of stuff on that record deal that is going to be changed around, because I won't take it as it is. I won't sacrifice what I have for music that I don't even like. It's just not worth it. I'd rather work a construction job and be able to gig on the weekends and sing what I love to sing than to be stuck 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in a contract singing music I don't even like in the first place. Not worth it to me. So, all right, so that's, holy moly, that's 10 minutes. Okay, so, I gotta get better at this. So that's what happened. Then I moved to Palm Springs. What happened next? Oh, you have to tune in. Tune in next time to find out what happens next. I'll give you a hint. I start a company, my first company out of 3 companies I've had. My first. You got to hear about it because I learned a lot from it. Okay. If you like it, subscribe. I don't know how you do that. I think you click subscribe somewhere. Yeah. And if you want to see photos and videos from my birthday, hit me up on Facebook. It's down there. I'd love to add you, and I will actually chat with you. I'm not fake. I'm real. Okay. I'll see you guys. Bye.